They won't open themselves up to you. You will feel like something's off, but you can't and won't know what or why. This begins with how you show up as a guest on the podcast. You want them to like you. So to generate leads, sales, and clients from your podcast guest appearances, 3 foundational elements must be put in place by you. Without these, you won't generate any additional business through your podcast guest appearances.
Welcome to the Thought Leader Revolution with Nikki Ballou. Join the revolution. There's never been a better time in history to speak your truth, find your freedom, and make your fortune. Each week, we interview the world's top thought leaders and learn the secrets of how they built a 6 to 7-figure practice. This episode has been brought to you by eCircleacademy.com, the proven system to add 6 to 7 figures a year to your thought leader practice.
Welcome to another exciting episode of the podcast, The Thought Leader Revolution. I'm your host, Nikki Ballou. And boy, do we have an amazing episode lined up for you today. And I'm telling you what, this episode is going to pull double duty because it's going to be a part of an audiobook that I'm putting together as well. But you're going to get an initial taste of it here and now. And it's actually chapter 8 in my book, Get Booked and Get Paid. So chapter 8, how to rapidly become well-known, trusted, and liked. Great men are ordinary men with extraordinary determination. That's a quote from Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president of the United States, also known as the Great Emancipator. So to generate leads, sales, and clients from your podcast guest appearances, 3 foundational elements must be put in place by you. Without these, you won't generate any additional business through your podcast guest appearances. So what are they? First and foremost, you need to become known to the hosts and the audience. You can't get anyone interested in doing business with you if they don't know you. Far too many people go on shows and they act like secret agents. They don't know how to effectively talk about themselves or their why, and they don't know how to link it to their expertise and the solution they offer to their clients. So how do you become known? You talk about yourself and your journey and how it has made you very, very good at solving your clients' problems. Don't wait for the host or the listener to connect the dots. Make it easy for them. You need to connect the dots so it is blatantly obvious why your story, your journey of victory over adversity makes you the perfect person to solve their problem. If you speak to their heads, you'll never become truly known to them. You need to speak to their hearts. Your story can't be told like you're reading a clinical paper. It needs to be told like a well-written poem or novel. It needs to make their soul sing with longing to know you and your story better. By using this approach, you will bypass their skepticism filter and speak directly to their heart. Now, why is this important? Because people make buying decisions with their hearts and not with their heads. We all buy on emotion and justify our decisions with logic. But what if we're selling to unemotional people like accountants, government bureaucrats, engineers, and the like? Those people surely don't buy on emotion. Wrong. They absolutely do. They just have more sophisticated logical justifications than the average person. This allows them to maintain an identity of being intelligent, logical, and Spock-like. They want to believe that they don't make decisions on emotion. But they do. If you're a human being, you make all your buying decisions based on emotion. Period. Full stop. End of story. Second, you need to create trust between you, the host, and the listener. Without trust, they won't open themselves up to you. You will feel like something's off, but you can't and won't know what or why. Trust is the key to any buying decision. Nobody will buy from you if they don't trust that you, A, have their best intentions at heart, and B, are a thorough professional who knows how to solve their problem, and C, are a good, trustworthy person. Many people skip this step. They don't understand how important it is, and then they wonder why they aren't generating leads, sales, or clients. This begins with how you show up as a guest on the podcast. First and foremost, be on time. Nothing says that you're trustworthy more than keeping your word about when you're showing up. And our belief is that on time is early, everything else is late. So be there 2 to 5 minutes early. Next, be prepared. Have a professional microphone, have professional lighting for video recording, and make sure that there are no distractions like kids or dogs that will interrupt you. Close your windows so no outside noises intrude. Spend 3 to 5 minutes doing some research on the host and the show. This will have you stand out head and shoulders above other guests and will allow you to specifically address the types of subjects that the host likes to talk about while still making sure that you get your points across. Finally, make sure that you powerfully and authentically tell your story in a way that touches the hearts of the audience and the host. Nothing creates trust faster and more effectively than a great, heartwarming, and authentic story. Make sure that you keep the story tight. It has to be clear, concise, and powerful. No verbal diarrhea. Third, you want them to like you. How do you get them to like you? Start by liking them. The host and their audience are good, heart-driven people. They're seekers just like you, looking to make a difference and to learn and grow and improve themselves in the world around them. They're the most likable people in the world, and they're giving you a very precious gift, their time and their attention. In this day and age, with so many other places they could take their time and attention to, they're choosing to give it to you. Be grateful and show your appreciation for this by liking them first. People like people who like them. It's that simple. Trust us on this. If you show up happy and grateful, that energy will permeate your entire talk and it will get the host and the listener to like you. People also like passionate people. Podcasts are a visual and auditory medium. Passion wakes people up. Lack of passion bores them to sleep. Think about Martin Luther King Jr., Ronald Reagan, David Goggins, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, or any other great performer in life. These were men of conviction. When they spoke, there was a passion, a fire in their voice. You could hear it, you could feel it, and it was infectious. People also like caring people. We assume that if you're attracted to us and our message, you must be a very caring person. Show it, talk about it. Don't be shy about it. Too many people think that there's no place in business for showing your emotion and caring. Nothing could be further from the truth. It's a superpower. My friend Mark Von Musser always says that life is not a numbers game, it's a people's game. That statement alone conveys love and caring for his fellow man. And I always say that the best thing you can do for a person is to believe in them. That statement conveys love and caring for people. My sweetheart Teresa always says that you need to be there for people when they need you and not just when it's convenient. That statement conveys love and caring. What is it that you deeply believe? Come out and say it again and again on every podcast you go on. This will express your heart and your passion for people, and it will demonstrate powerfully that you're an advocate, a champion for your fellow man and woman, and nothing will make the host and audience like you more. Please hear me. This is not some cheap trick or technique that I'm advocating. I'm asking you to genuinely show your heart and your love and make it a part of your business branding and messaging. If you don't believe this is important, then give this book to someone who does. To prove my point, ask yourself this question. When you have a problem, would you rather hire and get help from someone who cares about you, will fight for you, and do everything they can to help you solve your problem? Or someone who just wants to close you, get their hand in your wallet, and treat you like their next commission check? The answer is obvious. And the need for you to be that caring person and share your heart in all that you do is equally obvious. And that wraps up another amazing Thought Leader Nuggets episode. To find out more about this message, go to the show notes at thethoughtleaderrevolution.com or wherever you happen to listen to this episode, be it iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Audible, YouTube, Rumble, or what have you. Until next time, goodbye.
This episode has been brought to you by eCircleAcademy.com, the proven system to add 6 to 7 figures a year to your thought leader practice.